Why do some people seem to have it all together while others are stuck in a cycle of frustration? Here's the truth: they've mastered 4 things: their mood, their mouth, their money, and their mind. If you're not in control of these, they're controlling you. Stick around and I'll show you exactly how to take charge. Your mood affects how you react to challenges. Your words can either build bridges or burn them. Your finances dictate your freedom, and your thoughts shape your reality. These 4 areas, mood, mouth, money, and mind, hold the key to success and fulfillment. In this video, we're going to break down simple but powerful ways to master each one. By the end, you'll walk away with practical tools to transform your life, one step at a time. Let's face it, life is chaotic. From unexpected setbacks to the constant noise of daily life, it's easy to feel out of control. Emotions flare up, words are said that we regret, money slips through our fingers, and our minds become cluttered with negativity. But here's the thing: control isn't just about managing what's outside of you, it's about mastering what's within. 1. Control your mood, the foundation of inner peace. Your mood is like the foundation of a house. If it's unstable, everything built on top of it becomes vulnerable. Think about it. How often do we let our emotions control our actions? A bad morning turns into a bad day. One moment of anger ruins a relationship. One episode of frustration derails hours of productivity. The truth is, emotions are powerful. But here's the good news: you don't have to let them run the show. The first step to controlling your mood is understanding this simple truth: you are not your emotions. They're like visitors passing through, temporary and fleeting. But if you let them, they'll unpack their bags and move in, taking over your thoughts and actions. When you feel angry, sad, or overwhelmed, remind yourself that this feeling doesn't define you. It's something you're experiencing, not something you are. Now, how do you practically gain control over your mood? The answer lies in pausing. A pause is powerful. It creates a gap between stimulus and response, giving you time to choose how to act instead of reacting impulsively. Let's say someone cuts you off in traffic. Your immediate reaction might be anger. But if you pause just for a second, you can ask yourself, is reacting this way going to help me, or will it ruin my peace? Another tool to manage your mood is journaling. Writing down your thoughts helps you process emotions in a healthy way. Instead of bottling them up or exploding at the wrong time, you get them out on paper. Over time, this practice teaches you to recognize patterns in your emotional responses, making it easier to manage them. Mindfulness is another game changer. Have you ever noticed how often your mind wanders to the past or worries about the future? Mindfulness brings you back to the present moment. It's about focusing on what's happening right now without judgment. A simple mindfulness exercise is to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and notice the sensations in your body. Are your shoulders tense? Is your jaw clenched? Paying attention to these details grounds you, making it easier to let go of negative emotions. Here's another powerful strategy: ask better questions. When your mood starts to dip, instead of spiraling into negativity, ask yourself, what can I learn from this, or how can I turn this around? Well, questions like these shift your focus from problems to solutions. It's also important to be proactive about your mood. Don't wait for negativity to creep in before you act. Build habits that naturally elevate your mood, like exercising, eating healthy, and getting enough sleep. These small actions have a huge impact on your emotional well-being. Finally, surround yourself with positivity. Your environment plays a big role in shaping your mood. Spend time with people who uplift you, consume content that inspires you, and create spaces that bring you joy. Remember, your mood isn't just a reaction to what happens around you, it's also a reflection of what you allow into your life. Control your mood and you'll notice something amazing: life doesn't seem as overwhelming. Challenges become opportunities. Setbacks lose their sting. And most importantly, you regain the peace that comes from knowing you're in control. 2. Control your mouth, the power of words. Words are like seeds. What you plant, you'll harvest. Speak positively, and you cultivate trust, respect, and confidence. Speak carelessly, and you sow conflict, misunderstanding, and regret. The power of words is undeniable. And yet, how often do we let words slip out without considering their impact? Think about the last time you said something in anger or frustration. Did it help the situation, or did it make things worse? Words once spoken can't be taken back. They linger, shaping the way people see you and how you see yourself. That's why mastering your words is one of the most important skills you can develop. The first step to controlling your mouth is simple pause before you speak. In the heat of the moment, it's easy to say something you'll regret later. But if you pause even for a second, you give yourself time to think. Ask yourself, is this true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? These 3 questions act as a filter, ensuring that what comes out of your mouth adds value instead of creating problems. But it's not just about what you say to others, it's also about what you say to yourself. Your internal dialogue shapes your self-image, your confidence, and ultimately your success. Are you constantly criticizing yourself? Saying things like, I'm not good enough, or I always mess up? These words are just as damaging as anything someone else could say to you. Here's how to turn it around. Replace negative self-talk with empowering affirmations. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I'm learning, and I'll get better. Instead of thinking, I'm a failure, remind yourself, I've overcome challenges before and I can do it again. Over time, these small shifts in language create big changes in how you see yourself. Another key to mastering your words is active listening. Most of us don't really listen, we're just waiting for our turn to speak. But when you truly listen, you understand the other person better. This leads to more meaningful conversations and fewer misunderstandings. It also teaches you to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Let's talk about tone. Words aren't just about what you say, they're about how you say it. The same sentence can come across as supportive or sarcastic, depending on your tone. Pay attention to how you deliver your message. A calm, kind tone fosters connection, while a harsh or impatient tone creates distance. Here's another tip, don't gossip. It might feel harmless in the moment, but gossip damages trust and reflects poorly on your character. Instead, use your words to uplift others. Compliment someone's effort, express gratitude, or offer encouragement. These small gestures have a big impact, not just on others, but also on yourself. One of the most overlooked aspects of controlling your mouth is knowing when to stay silent. Silence isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Not every situation requires a response. Sometimes the best thing you can do is listen, observe, and let things unfold. Finally, remember that words are a reflection of your mindset. If your thoughts are negative, your words will be too. That's why controlling your mouth starts with controlling your mind. Fill your thoughts with positivity and your words will naturally follow. Control your words and you'll notice a ripple effect in your life. Your relationships will improve, your confidence will grow, and most importantly, you'll gain the respect of those around you. Because in the end, your words aren't just a reflection of who you are, they're a tool to shape the world around you. 3. Control your money freedom through discipline. Money isn't just a tool, it's a reflection of how you live your life. Some see money as the ultimate goal, but the truth is, money isn't about numbers, it's about choices. What you do with your money speaks volumes about your values, priorities, and discipline. Are you letting money control you, or are you taking charge of it? Let's start by debunking a myth: earning more money doesn't automatically solve financial problems. Think about it. How many stories have you heard about people winning the lottery only to end up broke? It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep, and more importantly, how wisely you manage what you keep. The first step to controlling your money is understanding where it's going. Imagine trying to drive somewhere without knowing the route. That's exactly what it's like to live without a budget. A budget isn't a restriction, it's a roadmap. Start by tracking every penny you spend for a month. Be honest, no hiding that morning coffee or spontaneous online purchase. This process will reveal your spending habits, good and bad. Once you've identified where your money is going, it's time to create a plan. Divide your income into three main categories: essentials, savings, and personal growth. Essentials are things you need to survive: food, housing, transportation. Savings are for your future emergencies, retirement, investments. Personal growth is what enriches your life: books, courses, experiences that expand your mind. Here's a simple rule to follow: pay yourself first. This means setting aside money for savings and investments before you spend on anything else. It might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to spending freely, but this habit will set you up for long-term success. Let's talk about spending wisely. How often do you buy things you don't really need? Impulse purchases might bring a moment of happiness, but they rarely add lasting value to your life. Before buying something, ask yourself, is this a want or a need? Will this bring long-term satisfaction or just short-term pleasure? Being mindful of your spending doesn't mean depriving yourself, it means prioritizing what truly matters. Another critical aspect of controlling your money is eliminating debt. Debt is like a weight on your shoulders, limiting your choices and adding unnecessary stress. Start by paying off high-interest debt first, like credit cards. Then create a plan to tackle other debts systematically. Remember, every dollar you put toward reducing debt is a dollar invested in your freedom. Now let's focus on building wealth. Saving is important, but saving alone won't make you wealthy. You need to invest, whether it's in stocks, real estate, or your own education. Investments are what grow your money over time. If you're new to investing, start small and educate yourself. The key is consistency. Regular, disciplined investing will compound over time, creating wealth that works for you. Generosity is another powerful way to take control of your money. It might sound counterintuitive. How does giving money away help you control it? But when you give, whether to a cause you believe in or someone in need, you reinforce the belief that you have enough. This mindset of abundance creates a positive relationship with money. Finally, remember that money is a tool, not the end goal. It's there to support your dreams, provide security, and create opportunities. When you control your money, you gain the freedom to live life on your terms. 4. Control your mind, your greatest asset. Your mind is your most powerful tool. It shapes how you see the world, how you respond to challenges, and ultimately how your life unfolds. Yet so many people let their minds run on autopilot, filled with doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs. If you want to change your life, you have to start by taking control of your thoughts. Here's a fundamental truth: you become what you think about most of the time. If your mind is filled with negativity, self-doubt, and fear, those thoughts will manifest in your actions and outcomes. But if your mind is focused on possibilities, growth, and solutions, you'll find yourself moving towards success. The first step to controlling your mind is awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts. Are they empowering or limiting? For example, when you face a challenge, do you think, I'll never figure this out? Or do you say, this is tough, but I'll find a way? The way you talk to yourself matters. Once you're aware of your thoughts, it's time to challenge them. Not every thought you have is true. Let's say you think, I'm not good enough. Where's the evidence for that? Often these negative thoughts are based on fear, not fact. Replace them with empowering beliefs like I'm capable of learning and growing. Gratitude is another powerful tool for controlling your mind. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you train your brain to look for the good in every situation. Start each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. Something as simple as a sunny day or a kind word from a friend can shift your mindset. Visualization is another technique to harness the power of your mind. Close your eyes and imagine your ideal life in vivid detail. What does it look like? How does it feel? Visualization isn't just wishful thinking, it primes your brain to recognize opportunities and take actions that align with your goals. Let's talk about focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, endless notifications, constant demands on your time. It's easy to feel scattered. But a scattered mind is an unproductive mind. To take control, practice single dash tasking dot. Instead of trying to do everything at once, focus on one task at a time. You'll find that you accomplish more and feel less overwhelmed. Meditation is another way to train your mind. Even just 5 minutes a day can make a difference. Meditation teaches you to observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. It creates a sense of calm and clarity, making it easier to navigate challenges. One of the biggest obstacles to controlling your mind is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. It holds so many people back. But here's the thing, fear is just a thought. It only has power if you let it. The best way to overcome fear is to face it. Take small steps outside your comfort zone. Each time you do, you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. Surround yourself with positivity. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, the environment you live in, all of these influence your mindset. Choose influences that uplift and inspire you. Your mind is your greatest asset, but it's also your greatest responsibility. When you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your life. Instead of being a victim of circumstances, you become the creator of your reality. So start today. Monitor your thoughts, challenge the negative ones, and fill your mind with positivity and purpose. You'll be amazed at what you can achieve when your mind works for you, not against you. 5. The ripple effect, how these controls work together. Imagine throwing a single pebble into a calm pond. The ripples spread outward, touching every part of the surface. This is how mastering one area of your life affects all others. When you gain control over your mood, your mouth, your money, and your mind, the effects ripple outward, transforming not just your personal growth, but also your relationships, opportunities, and overall quality of life. Let's begin with your mood, the cornerstone of this transformation. When you take control of your emotions, you respond to situations thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Think about how a calm and composed demeanor influences your relationships. People are naturally drawn to those who exude stability and positivity. It creates a foundation of trust and understanding. This emotional stability, in turn, impacts your mouth, your words. When your emotions are under control, you're less likely to lash out or say things you'll regret. Your conversations become thoughtful and deliberate, which deepens your connections with others. This strengthens both personal and professional relationships, leading to new opportunities and support systems that enhance your life. Now let's connect this to your money dot. When you're emotionally stable and your communication is clear, you're less likely to make impulsive financial decisions. Think about how often emotions like stress or boredom drive spending. Controlling your mood helps curb these impulses, allowing you to allocate resources wisely. It also helps you communicate financial goals with clarity, whether to a partner, a team, or yourself. And then there's your mind, the control center of it all. Your thoughts influence your emotions, your decisions, and your words. When you master your mind, you gain the ability to see challenges as opportunities and focus on solutions instead of problems. This mindset creates a ripple effect of confidence, resilience, and resourcefulness, which inevitably affects every other area. For example, let's say you're facing a financial challenge. A disciplined mind will focus on crafting a plan rather than panicking. A controlled mouth will communicate the issue calmly and seek support if needed. And a steady mood will prevent stress from derailing your progress. Each area reinforces the other, creating a cycle of positive momentum. The ripple effect extends beyond your personal growth. It influences the people around you. When you exhibit self-control and discipline, you set an example for others. Your calm mood inspires others to approach situations with composure. Your thoughtful words encourage constructive conversations. Your financial responsibility motivates others to adopt better habits. And your disciplined mind shows that success is a result of intentional effort, not chance. But here's the key: these controls don't exist in isolation. They're interconnected. And improvement in one area naturally enhances the others. Think of them as four pillars supporting a bridge. If one pillar weakens, the bridge becomes unstable. But when all four are strong, they create a solid foundation that can withstand any challenge. Consider this: have you ever experienced a moment where losing control in one area cascaded into others? Perhaps a bad mood led to a harsh comment, which strained a relationship, causing stress that influenced a poor financial decision. This domino effect can work against you if you're not intentional about maintaining balance. On the flip side, imagine the power of a positive chain reaction. A calm mind leads to thoughtful words which strengthen your relationships, creating a support system that helps you achieve financial stability. This stability reduces stress, further improving your mood and mental clarity. The ripple effect works both ways. It's up to you to decide which direction it takes. One practical way to harness this ripple effect is through daily reflection. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I manage my emotions well today? Were my words thoughtful and constructive? Did my financial choices align with my goals? Did I challenge negative thoughts and focus on growth? By evaluating these areas regularly, you'll start to notice how they influence each other. Awareness is the first step to improvement, and consistent reflection ensures you stay on track. Remember, this process isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Some days you'll slip up in one area. That's okay. What matters is recognizing the slip and making a conscious effort to get back on track. Over time, the positive ripple effect will become second nature, transforming not just your life, but also the lives of those around you. The ripple effect is a reminder that every small action matters. A single decision to control your mood, choose better words, save instead of spend, or think positively sets off a chain reaction of growth and success. So start today. Focus on one area and watch how the ripple spreads. 6. The art of saying no, protecting your energy. Have you ever felt stretched too thin, constantly saying yes to everything and everyone? It's a common trap, one that leaves you drained, overwhelmed, and resentful. Learning to say no is not just a skill, it's an art. And mastering this art is essential for protecting your energy, maintaining your focus, and achieving your goals. The first thing to understand is that saying no isn't selfish. It's a form of self-care. Every yes you give is a commitment of your time, energy, and resources. And here's the truth: you can't give your best to everything. When you say yes to something that doesn't align with your priorities, you're saying no to something that does. Think about your most valuable resources, your time and energy. Unlike money, which can be earned back, time and energy are finite. Once they're gone, they're gone. That's why it's so important to guard them fiercely. Saying no starts with knowing your priorities. What matters most to you? Is it your career, your family, your health, your personal growth? When you're clear on your priorities, it becomes easier to evaluate requests and opportunities. Before saying yes, ask yourself, does this align with my goals? Will this bring me closer to where I want to be? One of the biggest challenges of saying no is the fear of disappointing others. You might worry about being seen as rude, unhelpful, or selfish, but here's the thing, people who truly respect you will understand your boundaries. Saying no doesn't mean you don't care, it means you value your time and energy enough to use them wisely. Let's talk about how to say no effectively. The key is to be polite but firm. For example, thank you for thinking of me, but I'm unable to take this on right now. I appreciate the offer, but my schedule is full. This sounds interesting, but it's not aligned with my current goals. Notice how these responses are respectful but leave no room for negotiation. You don't owe anyone an explanation. A simple no is enough. Another strategy is to offer alternatives. If you genuinely want to help but can't commit, suggest a different way to assist. For example, I can't take on this project, but I'd be happy to recommend someone who might be able to help. This shows that you care while still honoring your boundaries. Saying no also applies to distractions and time-wasters. Social media, endless notifications, unnecessary meetings, these are all things you can say no to. Set boundaries for yourself, turn off notifications during work hours. Limit social media use to specific times of the day. Protect your focus as if it were your most valuable asset, because it is. Here's an important point. Every time you say yes to something, you're indirectly saying no to something else. For example, saying yes to a late-night TV binge might mean saying no to a productive morning. Saying yes to every social invitation might mean saying no to the time you need to recharge. Be mindful of what you're trading with each. The art of saying no also applies to toxic influences. Whether it's a draining relationship, a negative environment, or unhealthy habits, learn to distance yourself. Protecting your energy sometimes means letting go of things or people that no longer serve you. Mastering this art will not only protect your energy, but also empower you to live intentionally. When you say no to distractions and unimportant obligations, you say yes to your dreams, your values, and your potential. So don't be afraid to say no. It's not a rejection of others, it's an affirmation of yourself. Consistency is the invisible force behind every success story. It's not the occasional grand gesture or one-time effort that transforms your life. It's the small, deliberate actions you take every single day. Yet many people underestimate its power, often abandoning their efforts before they see results. Let's explore why consistency matters, how it can change your life, and practical ways to make it a cornerstone of your routine. Think about a simple example: brushing your teeth. It's a small, everyday habit that, when done consistently, prevents cavities, keeps your gums healthy, and ensures a bright smile. Now imagine if you only brushed your teeth once a month but did it for an hour. Would that be effective? Of course not. The same logic applies to any area of your life: fitness, learning, relationships, or personal growth. Consistency creates momentum. When you take small steps daily, you build energy and progress over time. Think of a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it gathers speed, it grows bigger and more powerful. Each consistent action you take adds to that momentum, making it easier to keep going. But why is it so hard to stay consistent? One major barrier is the desire for immediate results. In a world where instant gratification is the norm, waiting for progress can feel frustrating. This is where the mindset shift happens. Instead of focusing on the end goal, focus on the process. Celebrate the effort, not just the outcome. Did you show up today? That's a win. Another obstacle is the belief that you need motivation to stay consistent. The truth is, motivation is fleeting. You won't always feel inspired to take action, but that's where discipline comes in. Discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Over time, discipline becomes habit, and habit makes consistency effortless. So how do you develop consistency? Start by setting clear, realistic goals. Vague goals like I want to get healthy are hard to stick to. Instead, define your goal. Clearly, I'll go for a 20-minute walk every day after dinner. The more specific your goal, the easier it is to build consistency. Next, create a routine. Routines provide structure and eliminate decision fatigue. For example, if you want to read more, set aside a specific time each day, like 15 minutes before bed, and stick to it. Over time, this becomes automatic, like brushing your teeth. Accountability is another powerful tool. Share your goals with someone you trust or track your progress in a journal. Seeing your progress, even if it's small, reinforces the habit and keeps you motivated. One of the most important aspects of consistency is the ability to forgive yourself for slip-ups. Life happens, you might miss a day or two or even a week. The key is not to let one setback derail your progress. Instead of beating yourself up, remind yourself that consistency isn't about being perfect, it's about showing up more often than not. Let's break it down into a simple framework. 1. Start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Choose one area to focus on and start with small, manageable actions. For example, if you want to exercise, commit to just 5 minutes a day. Once that becomes a habit, you can build from there. 2. Be patient. Remember, consistency is a long-term game. Results won't appear overnight, but they will come if you stick with it. Trust the process even when it feels slow. 3. Celebrate progress. Recognize and celebrate small wins along the way. Every step forward is a step closer to your goal. 4. Keep going. Even when it feels hard, even when progress seems invisible, keep going. Consistency compounds over time, leading to exponential results. Consistency isn't just about achieving goals, it's about becoming the kind of person who shows up. It builds confidence, resilience, and self-trust. When you follow through on your commitments, you prove to yourself that you're capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. So start today. Pick one small action you can take consistently and commit to it. Over time, those small actions will lead to big changes, and before you know it, you'll have transformed your life. 8. The role of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful habits you can cultivate. It shifts your focus from what's lacking in your life to what's already abundant. And in doing so, it changes not only how you feel, but also how you think, act, and live. Let's explore why gratitude matters, how it impacts your mindset, and how you can make it a daily practice. At its core, gratitude is about perspective. It's easy to get caught up in what's wrong, problems at work, challenges in relationships, financial struggles. But gratitude invites you to look at what's right. It's a reminder that even in the midst of difficulty, there's always something to be thankful for. Research backs this up. Studies show that practicing gratitude regularly can reduce stress, improve mental health, and even boost physical health. Why? Because gratitude rewires your brain. It trains your mind to focus on the positive, which in turn reduces the power of negative thoughts. So how do you cultivate gratitude? Start with a simple practice every morning. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. In fact, it's often the small things: a good cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, a moment of quiet that bring the most joy. The key is to be specific. Instead of saying, I'm grateful for my health, say, I'm grateful that I was able to go for a walk today without pain specificity makes the gratitude more meaningful. Another powerful practice is keeping a gratitude journal. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on what went well. Write it down. Over time, this habit trains your brain to look for the positive throughout the day because you know you'll be reflecting on it later. Gratitude isn't just about appreciating the good. It's also about reframing the bad. Life is full of challenges, but each one comes with a lesson. For example, losing a job might be painful, but it could also lead to a better opportunity. Failing at something might feel discouraging, but it often teaches you valuable skills or insights. When you practice gratitude, you learn to see the silver linings in even the darkest clouds. Expressing gratitude to others is another powerful way to practice this habit. When was the last time you told someone how much you appreciate them? A simple thank you note, a kind word, or even a heartfelt conversation can strengthen relationships and create a ripple effect of positivity. Gratitude also anchors you in the present. Too often we're caught up in regrets about the past or worries about the future. Gratitude brings you back to the here and now, reminding you to appreciate the moment you're in. But let's be honest, gratitude isn't always easy. When you're going through a tough time, finding something to be thankful for can feel impossible. In these moments, start small. Even in the hardest times, there's always something: a supportive friend, a roof over your head, the strength to keep going. Here's a simple exercise. Every time you feel overwhelmed, pause and take a deep breath. In that moment, think of one thing you're grateful for. It might not solve the problem, but it will shift your focus and calm your mind. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good practice, it's a transformative one. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, you attract more positivity, more opportunities, and more joy into your life. It's a shift in perspective that changes everything. So start today. Take a moment to appreciate the good in your life, no matter how small. Write it down, share it with someone, or simply hold it in your heart. Gratitude is a choice, and it's one that has the power to change your life. 9. The danger of comparison. Comparison is one of the greatest thieves of joy and progress. It's natural to look around and measure yourself against others, how they're doing, what they've achieved, or where they stand in life. But this habit often leads to dissatisfaction, self-doubt, and a skewed perception of your own worth. Let's break this down and explore how to step away from the trap of comparison and focus on your unique journey. Have you ever scrolled through social media and felt a pang of inadequacy? Maybe someone shared their new car, vacation, promotion, or perfect family picture. It's easy to feel like you're falling behind when you compare your behind-the-scenes struggles to someone else's highlight reel. But here's the truth: what you see is just a small, curated part of their life. It doesn't show their challenges, failures, or insecurities. Comparison often comes from a scarcity mindset, the belief that if someone else succeeds, it somehow diminishes your chances. But life isn't a zero-sum game. There's enough success, happiness, and opportunity to go around. Someone else's success doesn't take away from your own potential. The danger of comparison is that it distracts you from your path. Imagine running a race but constantly looking sideways to see how others are doing. You'd slow down, lose focus, and stumble. The same happens in life. When you're busy watching others, you lose sight of your own goals and progress. So how do you overcome the habit of comparison? Start by recognizing it when it happens. Awareness is the first step. The next time you feel envious or inadequate, pause and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What is this comparison revealing about my own desires or insecurities? Often it's not about the other person, but about something you feel is missing in your own life. Instead of comparing yourself to others, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Focus on your growth, not theirs. Are you a little wiser, stronger, or more capable than you were a year ago? That's progress, and it's worth celebrating. Shift your mindset from competition to inspiration. Instead of feeling threatened by someone else's success, let it motivate you. If they can achieve it, so can you. Learn from their journey what habits, attitudes, or strategies help them succeed. Use their story as fuel for your own growth. Gratitude is another powerful antidote to comparison. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you cultivate contentment and abundance. Start a daily gratitude practice. Write down 3 things you're thankful for each day. Over time, this habit shifts your perspective and reduces the urge to compare. Limit your exposure to triggers. If social media makes you feel inadequate, take a break or unfollow accounts that fuel comparison. Instead, surround yourself with content and people who uplift and encourage you. Lastly, embrace the idea that everyone's journey is unique. No 2 paths are the same, and that's a beautiful thing. Your timeline, challenges, and victories are yours alone. Trust that you're exactly where you need to be and focus on taking the next step forward. Comparison is a habit that won't disappear overnight, but with practice you can break free from its grip. When you stop looking sideways and start looking within, you unlock your true potential. 10. Surround yourself with the right people. The people you spend the most time with shape your thoughts, actions, and ultimately your life. It's often said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. While this might not be mathematically precise, it carries an important truth. Your environment has a powerful influence on your growth and success. Take a moment to evaluate your current circle. Do the people around you inspire, challenge, and support you? Or do they drain your energy, hold you back, or discourage your dreams? Surrounding yourself with the right people isn't just a preference, it's a necessity for growth. Why is this so important? Because relationships are contagious. Spend time with motivated, positive people and their energy rubs off on you. Conversely, negativity, laziness, or toxic behavior can pull you down even if you don't realize it. Let's break this down further. The right people do 3 things. 1. Inspire you. Being around ambitious, goal-oriented individuals pushes you to aim higher. They show you what's possible and remind you that greatness is within reach. 2. Challenge you. Growth comes from discomfort, and the right people won't let you settle for mediocrity. They'll challenge you to step out of your comfort zone, take risks, and keep improving.
3. Support you.
Life is full of ups and downs. The right people celebrate your victories and lift you up during tough times. They believe in your potential even when you doubt yourself. So how do you find these people? Start by being intentional about your relationships. Seek out environments where like-minded individuals gather, networking events, classes, or online communities. Look for people who share your values, goals, and drive for self-improvement. Once you find them, invest in those relationships. Be genuinely interested in their lives, offer help when you can, and show gratitude for their presence. Building strong connections takes time and effort, but the rewards are immeasurable. At the same time, be willing to distance yourself from toxic influences. This doesn't mean cutting people off harshly, but it does mean setting boundaries. If someone consistently brings negativity, discouragement, or drama into your life, it's okay to limit your time with them. Remember, it's not just about finding the right people, it's about being the right person. Ask yourself, am I someone who inspires, challenges, and supports others? Your energy, attitude, and actions attract similar people. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you naturally draw the right people into your life. Surrounding yourself with the right people is like planting seeds in fertile soil. It creates an environment where growth is not just possible, but inevitable. With the right support system, you'll achieve more than you ever could on your own. Choose your circle wisely and watch how it transforms your life. Here's the breakthrough: you already have the power to control your mood, your mouth, your money, and your mind. It's not about waiting for the right time or circumstances. It's about making intentional choices every single day. Small shifts in these 4 areas will lead to a massive transformation in your life. Mastering your mood helps you stay calm under pressure. Controlling your words builds stronger relationships. Managing your finances gives you freedom, and mastering your thoughts unlocks unlimited potential. Together, these habits create a life of purpose and peace.